So when was the last time y'all approached a chick out in the wild? When was the last time y'all made a conversation and talked to a girl? Right? Outside of her, like, delivering DoorDash to your steps and stuff like that, right? Or you delivering DoorDash, whatever. When was the last time you said hello? Now, let me start by saying this. Fellas, if you are a beta or a simp for women, this is not going to be for you. Because you got to understand, no matter if you are the guy that she wants or you're the guy that she doesn't want, you're automatically the bad guy. It's that simple. But the difference is the guy who she wants actually gets sex. You don't. Okay? And this is the thing that I try to get men to understand, is that, you have to be versed in womanese. So I speak English and womanese, right? Womanese is basically anything that woman says, she really means the opposite. Oh, I want a sweet guy, but she's always with a narcissist, asshole, jackass, bad boy. But she likes him though. She let him smash for free. You got to take her out on dates just to get, the stick out butt hug. Where, she hugs you like a friend hug. That's what you get. When she sticks her butt out, she's not giving you that intimate type of hug. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so I want to lock in today. It's your boy Ken locked in. I want us fellas to lock into the information today. I want us to really deep dive a bit as to the issues. And I'm just going to tell you this right now. I have no hope. In 2030, they projected that 45% of women, maybe even more, will be between the ages of 25 to 44 will be single and childless. Okay. You got to understand, we have women who are progressive feminists. They would rather choose their careers over family. So they're not traditional women, but they want modern men to be traditional. So we have modern women who still want modern men to be traditional themselves. Men still have to pay for everything. They have to, they can just, party out here and run up their body counts, run up a bunch of debt that you would later have to pay for if you gotta get married. She doesn't have to care about what you want, your needs as a man. And for men, we don't require much. We don't need a whole lot. We just need a little bit, right? Men know we can't have the world. We can't have it all. The average man, the common man can't have it, but damn it, he just wants to have something. It's why men love dogs, because of the loyalty. No matter how the relationship between the man and the dog is still there. But versus the cat, which I love cats, but the cat is they pick and choose their emotions at time, and women are loyal to their emotions. You have to understand that women are loyal to their emotions. They're not loyal to the man. If he cannot provide, the money stops, this is why you got to understand the number one reason why people get divorced is because of financial. Also irreconcilable differences up there with the, can't make me happy, but they leave. They leave 70 to 90% of the time. Men pay 90% of the alimony. Okay? Men are getting screwed. And so women are wondering why men aren't approaching. Well, let's kind of walk this over. The whole Me Too movement. Anytime something happens, I'm just going to come out and say, this happened to me. This happened to me. Social media is bittersweet. Why? Because on one hand, it's showing us how effed the average man is. If you're not 6 foot tall, if you're not making 6 figures and 6-pack abs, whatever, and you're not on the dating sites or stuff like that, you're pretty much just getting looked over by average women, right? So it's showing us and revealing us, social media wise, it's showing us that there's a lot of things that a lot of men just aren't happy about. And that's where a lot of the male loneliness come from, because men will love to still get married. We will love to have families. We will love to have children and build a legacy. But we're seeing on social media that these women don't want that. They want it on their terms. So that's the bitter part of it. But the good part of it, at least for men who haven't been effed up yet by it, is that now we see the truth. There's no way that I can continue. You have to be a beta, right? A panderer to women. if you still fall for these type of things and these tactics, but you see all what's going on, like, okay, yeah, there's shows like whatever podcast, Fresh and Fit, all these other stuff that you can watch. But are there not women literally going on there and showing their ass? Are there not women literally doing that? Where do we, I'm not understanding, when do we ever supposed to hold women accountable and it's not considered misogyny? Like, when does that ever happen? So you got a lot of guys, we see stuff, we see that on the dating apps, women swipe right on men 5% of the time. And it's funny because when we keep trying to tell women, hey, you guys are chasing after the same small demographic of men. You gotta look at it like this. The dating app, you get on there, there's filters. Just like if you was to be on Amazon and you're looking for something that's very specific, you're gonna, filter out certain things that's not in your criteria list. Well, if 14% of men, or 15%, 14.5%, whatever, of men are 6 feet tall and over, you are, just by that alone, excluding so many men, qualified men who, in a sense of being good men, hardworking men, loving men, because of us one criteria: he's not 6 foot. Do you think women care about that? Do you think that they care? In their minds, they look at social media, they only look at the guys that they find attractive. So I try to get guys to understand this, and women understand this. When they say there's no man that they want out here that's not approaching me, and it's always the guy. I can't believe these guys are not just walking up to the girl. That you have to be Gen X and not even own social media ever to still think that the world is the same as it was before social media. When these chicks talk about that, these guys aren't approaching them, they're not talking about the common guy who she just sees as a friend. It's, oh, these guys aren't approaching me that are 6 foot tall, that's not making this kind of money in finances, that looks very good. That's what they're talking about. Literally. I'm not making this up. And then you got women who got the nerve to play victim, they just don't understand why there was literally a clip, I guess, that went viral on X or whatever. This girl, or TikTok, I don't know where she's from, but white chick, got on an orange dress, and she's walking around. I'm so sick of this. Why aren't guys walking up to us? Because we're in a gender war. We know we are. Men aren't even doing the stuff that they're doing. It's the women who are crashing out. They are crashing out. It is the men who are suffering silently. Because there's no, in my opinion, real winners here, for the most part. Yes, you got guys that are quiet to themselves and pulling away from dating, but we're not meant to be alone. We're not meant to not have dates. But you can't go into this knowing what you know now and not have the boundaries. But anyways, I digress. The girl got dressed up, dolled up, white chick, orange dress, walking around house complaining that no one's trying to talk to her. She's not getting an understanding that the more she does that, she's just making it worse. Right? We don't want to approach a chick who is a loud mouth, who's obviously out here for attention, dressed skimpy, and just want attention, just to feel validated. Fellas, there are women who will literally want your attention just so they can reject you. Ladies, we watch the gym. Even being at the gym, I find myself not even wanting to look at women because I don't want to end up on TikTok. I walked past a girl who was she had her stuff out, she had her camera phone or whatever, which I think gyms should at this point ban this stuff, because I'm tired of average dudes who just working out, minding their business, being for your pawn in your video just so you can talk junk about them. But yeah, I try not to even pay attention to these chicks, and you know what they do? They get mad at it. They hate it. Women, they hate, especially when they get attention from all these guys, and they got, even at my job now, there's chicks who don't like the fact that I don't pay them that much attention. And I'm not an unattractive dude. I'm a good looking dude. I'm not 6 foot, but I'm a good looking dude. But at the same time, you got chicks, they need your attention. And you got chicks, they need it in a sense of, what is it about him that seems mysterious? Why does he not seem to talk to me or flirt with me? Because I will not. I will not. When you get to the point where you just don't care, you just don't care. Okay? or they think that, you know, I need his attention because it's something about him that I'm not getting, and then once I get it, I don't want it no more. How many times have that happened to y'all? You text, she want you to text when you're not texting. The moment you text back fast, that's when it's ew. He kind of texts back a little bit too quickly. You don't want that, fellas. You don't want that. Women have literally admitted this. This is what gets me about the betas. These women have literally, like, you can't keep going to Fresh and Fit and trying to use them as like an excuse to try to say because they yell at the disrespectful guest. Okay? It's literally them dressing skimpy and literally saying, I don't know how many street interviews that them chicks have literally said that I don't like a guy who's into me. I don't want a guy who likes me. They have said this. I'm a man of accountability. You can't just say stuff and think that I can't hold you accountable. I just watched a video of a clip on X where a girl literally smacked this dude weed out of his hand, weed tray, whatever. I don't know. I don't smoke it. And he just knocked her out. Now, I'm not saying I'm happy that she got knocked out, but of course, there's always one dude in the comments. It's always one of them, y'all. We never gonna get rid of simps. I want y'all to understand that. Like, yes, you would like to see them get their ass whooped, of course, because it's not just because they are what they are. We're just trying to teach them, because life don't seem to teach them immediately. But it's he's mad, saying, yeah, I'm trying to move the goalposts of saying, yeah, but you're saying that it was okay, but basically trying to justify why he needed to hit. I said, I didn't justify nothing. You're moving the goalpost. It's a fallacy. I am not saying anything. I'm saying that my point to him was, you don't know how crazy people are. You don't know how little patience they have. And not everybody cares that she's a chick. You got these feminists out here. They will disrespect men, hit random men. I can see if it was at least not justifying it. I can see if it was at least a guy you know ain't gonna hit you. But you did it to a guy you probably didn't know. Or you clearly, if she knew that was gonna happen, she wouldn't have done it. Because he knocked her out cold. Why are you effing with people? Because I know a man wouldn't have done that. I know a man couldn't just walk up to another dude, a man, and, you know, knock nothing out of his hand and I expect to get his ass beat. Oh, but you can do it. Oh, because I'm a chick, right? And she did it and walked off like it was smooth. Like, I could just do whatever I want. Life is showing you that not everybody gives a damn that you a chick. That was my whole argument. Is stop effing with people. You don't know how far they will go. Okay? This is the thing that I'm saying, is that we're not holding these women accountable. We're not shaming them. And this is the problem, is that we're not interested in dating chicks who doesn't want to do for their man. We're not interested in dating chicks who thinks that, you know, oh, we gotta pay the bills, and I come home after a 12-hour shift and she got nothing. I saw a video of that. This dude come on. First off, the way he was kind of speaking to her was kind of soft. Yeah, but I come home from a 12-hour, like, I'm fellas, please don't do that. Please don't do that. You got one time. I put that on my mama. You got one time for me to come home, and you living with me, and you sitting around likely texting other dudes, and you got the nerve to have a house looking crazy and you ain't cooking. Your stuff is put out immediately. I don't put my hands on nobody, but you getting out my house though. I'm not coming home on no, oh, can I? No, see, that's what I'm saying. Men, one thing I will say men have to do, speak with conviction. Speak your mind. Don't sit here and be one of these dudes out here that's like, but I just think, don't be one of them. Don't be one of them. Like, where your daddy at? Don't be one of them. Don't be one of them. As a man, you boundaries. Because these chicks will smell it on you. And I done heard chicks literally say that, oh yeah, I don't mind taking advantage of a guy if he's easy. I don't mind taking advantage of a guy if he's gonna let me do what I want. These chicks will run game on you. If a chick like you, she don't let you wait. If a chick likes you, she don't make you wait. She don't sit there. Sorry if it cut off too. I know this is like a little long. This computer does this weird thing, so I'm just gonna repeat it just in case. But if a chick likes you, she does not make you wait for sex. She does not make a wait. She does not make a guy wait for sex. So you're already the friend zone guy if you have to wait. She doesn't like you. She doesn't find you attractive, but she sees some type of value where she can use you. I mean, it's like Future said, chicken wings and fries. We don't go on dates. So I don't want to make this long, but I'll just say this. As a man, to me, I don't know what to tell you as far as like if things gonna get better or not. It might not. The world is already going to crap. All I can tell you is at the end of the day, as a man, focus. First off, you shouldn't be focusing on a woman at this point. They come. There's more women than are men. But I think that as a man, you need to work on your finances, work on your first off, meditate, cut out the porn. I'm not saying it's easy to do. I get it. When you have depression, you have lonesome, you look out into the world, and they're talking about AI bots. There's AI generated softwares and websites that people can just get it in on, whatever. And it's easier just to deal with that than to deal with these bum ass chicks out here that ain't got none, and they get to live with their mama but call you broke. But I just think for your mental health wise, for you to speak with conviction and move a certain way to survive, we had to cut out certain things, quit the drinking, work on meditation. Okay, I try to do an hour a day. If I can't do an hour a day, I'll do 20 minutes. Work out in the gym, get in the gym, eat healthier, drink water. These are the things I'm just telling men to do. Now, what I'm not going to do is tell you to be like one of these delusional, older generation of men telling you, oh, do all of this and just tell a woman to beat her. Because like what I don't like, and this is one thing I want to say before I close out. What I don't like is when people do this thing where they say men aren't being men today. And this is why the dating crises are the way they are, and they're not holding women at all accountable. That's the one thing that kind of bothers me the most. Because they'll sit here and say men play video games and men do this and men don't go out and they do all these things, as if we're not literally seeing women. We still see men. I see men all the time that still deal with a chick and they look like they're in good shape. They look like they working a job, they doing their thing, and they still dealing with hard-headed ass women. These women still divorce these men. These women still cheat on these men. The guys that were, I think they say something like, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but the guys that were surveyed, 1 in 3 men that were surveyed if these were their kids or not, it was like 1 in 3 chances that you could be raising somebody else's kid. I think I got that right, or so like that. Like these chicks are so promiscuous, and you gotta think about how joyfully they seem when they're talking about sexual liberation, how they want to be out here smashing on dudes. And you gotta think how easier it is for them to be on dating sites since the world has been globalized with the dating market. Yeah, it's not like the old days where it's like you're just back in your hometown and you can kind of know who gets around or who knows who. Oh, Sandy, she's over here and I can just go to her and we all kind of, this is them can go into Miami. They can travel. Chicks like to travel. Girls trip. This is why they have girls trip. They go out to these places. And if you deal with a chick who's in a relationship and she doesn't want to be claimed by you, she doesn't want to be claimed by you on the Facebook status, or anything like that. She doesn't want to be claimed and she's going on girls trip. She's out here hoeing, bro. But she still needs you to pay that bill, though. She still needs you to pay her rent, though. She still needs you to pay her car note. She still needs you to pay for her food and pay for her friends' food. She still needs that. Okay. And I'll say this. I'll say because I'll just have it be 20 minutes. So I'll just say this. Women have this confusion of what their league is because they get messages online from thirsty simps and they get smashed by guys who are way out of their league. They look at this, tension and these dopamine hit, all of these things, right? They look at other women who are mids, like 3 or 4 average looking chicks, 5s. They look at that and they think that they're all on that level. And this is why they can say like, oh, I rarely see a good looking guy, but I'll see prettier chicks. Women don't understand like the league that will actually that's actually like the men that's actually in their league are the men that will actually commit and marry them. I've heard it from the whatever podcast and it actually makes sense. That's your league, ladies. That's your league. Your league is not the guy that would just smash you and you don't get the chance to meet his friends or family. That's not your league. That's not your level. your league are the men that will actually want to be claimed by you and you claimed by him on the Facebook status, on, you know, taking pictures of y'all doing stuff. Not a guy that's just sliding through because he just in the city, right? And he doesn't text back and he doesn't care. But it's the same thing with men, right? Just want to be clear with the men, because I've seen a bunch of dudes up there trying to lead with their money. The woman that is in your level of league is the woman you can actually have sex with. If she likes you, she will not have you wait. Women will try to lock down a guy with sex. They want to be able to, especially if she's sexually attracted to you. She wants that. Okay? So that's your level. That's your league, men. And then if she ain't a hoe and she's not embarrassment and she's feminine friendly, you know, 'cause that's all a man wants, is a chick that at least looks like she's trying to be in shape and whatever, you know, and she's friendly and she's pleasant to be around with her friends, and you can bring her around your family and friends. That's all we want. And then we wouldn't mind claiming that on our Facebook status, because we just want something that's ours. Okay. Remember this one chick I was with, I met, she was she was one of them hoes that tried to get money out of men, and she thought she was gonna get out of me, and I just wasn't going. You know, I remember she was, you know, nice little 22-year-old chick. We go to the bar, and I remember it's the thing, because it's a thing called pre-made selection. Like, this reason why chicks like to, you know, cheat with married men, and they like to cheat with a guy who's in a relationship, because fellas, if you are working on yourself, you look good, and if a girl sees you and she wants to hang out with you, and you got your arm around her, not that you're just with her, you got your arm around her, like y'all are together. It's not, I know some girls try to say, oh, some guys like to be around pretty chicks, 'cause it kind of works. It kind of worked. It worked in college, but it wasn't the same. I wasn't smashing any of them chicks. But if it's a chick that, you know, you got your arm around her and other guys give you that, you know, when I was at the bar, other guys giving me the head nods, like, that's what's up, I see you with a chick. You got chicks, literally, this Hispanic chick kept looking, and she looked pretty good, had a nice body, but kept looking back at me, literally kept trying to get my attention. Pre-made selection, they did the same thing with apes. You know, they put a ape by himself, a male ape, and then the female apes, they want to mess with him. The moment they put a female ape next to him, that's when they wanted him, and it's called pre-made selection. And all I'm telling you is that at the end of the day, you know, when you work on yourself, you do that, you got to understand that these chicks come. But all I'm telling you, as men, you have to have boundaries. And I just think that there's a difference between a guy who is, you know, he's not sweating on a chick, he's working on himself, he got business that he's doing, he has friends, he's doing stuff, and a chick sees that, and she's like, okay, cool, I like that he's busy and that he's getting to the back. Because women just care about money, bro. They just care about money. They don't care about men. They just care about the money. But they see that you about something, you know, maybe you have some status going, cool, maybe you got some motion. You are not the man just because you are with a chick and you just spend money on her. You're not the man. I can't tell you how many times I've seen videos and clips of a dude literally, like, this one dude flew a chick out, and he didn't show her face, but he flew a chick out, spent $5,000 on her, and she literally said, I don't want nobody touching me. So I'm trying to understand, you spent all it, and you can tell he's probably one of them dudes that just felt like because he spent a bunch of money, he was that, like, he was him, he was that dude, right? That honcho. But you dropped 5 G's and you can even get her to drop her panties. So I mean, again, if she doesn't like you, it doesn't matter. You could be a bum. That's why chicks will smash a bum broke dude and try to help him better his life because she really likes him. Rather it was the D, she just really finding him sexually attractive, but she'll try to make it work with him. Then let a dude who she's just not attracted to, but he has money, but he can't. I don't want nobody touching me. If a chick don't like you, she's not gonna smash. So I need guys to really sort of kind of understand that. So to conclude, I just think that in 20, which is 5 years from now, 2030, 45% of women between the age of 25 to 44 would be single and childless. I think guys should just invest in Chewy. I got stocks in Chewy and DraftKings. Focus on yourself. Mental health is the most important, and just have boundaries. Don't be, if you like a chick, don't be the friend trying to wait in the friend zone. I've been there, done that. I'm telling you, it does not work. I remember this one chick I met at a bar. I told her straight up, no, we can't be friends, because if I can't be friends with a chick I'm attracted to. See, the old me wouldn't have done that. The new me is like that. And she was like, okay, okay, cool. I respect you being honest. And we never talked after that. And I'm okay with that. I don't miss out on something I never had. I can't miss out on something. Oh, man, dude, she would have meant, nope. She's out here drunk. All these hoes have to do is get out here and drink, bro. They come to the bar so broke they can't even split a bill to a cup of water between each other, between her and her friend. That's how broke they are, okay? And I just want men to understand, like, they showing themselves on who they are. So if you still fall for this as a man, and you still go out here, and you still show yourself, and you still simping out for chicks that don't like you, she just want to use you for what the heck you got, that's on you. That is your fault. That is on you. And hey, maybe you need to go through it to learn. I don't know how you get married in today's world where these, the court don't care about men. I don't know how you go for this and y'all still fall for it. So all I can tell you is at the end of the day, becoming a stepdad to somebody else's kids, them kids yelling at you and being on some BS, I don't get how y'all do it. Learn womanese. Learn that everything they say is backwards. Don't go off what they say to you. Go off what they respond with. And that's anybody. Don't go off of what they tell you. Go off of what they respond with. So that's all I have for y'all today. I appreciate you, whoever's listening, if you're just one person. Stay grinding, be happy, be healthy, and forever stay locked in. That's going to start being like my outtake, like my outro. Just stay locked in. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a blessed day. Stay safe and peace.